as you can see, just picked up my 2011 Chevy Camaro SS. It's a 2SS trim. It's got the fancy little retro gauges and the heated seats. No nav or screen or anything, but I believe it has a Bluetooth, and it has, so you can see it down there with the Boston acoustics. It has the heads-up display, which I love. Overall, I guess decent interior. I would say this is probably a little subpar to the Mustang GT I just videoed. The transmission feels a lot more sturdier and firmer, but it feels good. It's got a nice throw. I believe it has the Tremec 6060 in it. It's a pretty durable transmission. It's just very well. Holds up to a lot of abuse. This car had aftermarket Kooks headers with a GM Performance exhaust. It has some suspension upgrades, but that's really about it. But it does sound really good. Give it a couple reps here for you. It sounds pretty good. I'll let these cars get up here a little bit and get on it a little bit. Not bad. Got a little bit of backfire to it. Everyone complains about these 5th gen Camaros, the visibility, and I'm kind of already at home because I had a 5th gen 2013 Z01, and it was very overwhelming at first, but once you get used to it, you really don't even notice there being really like any blind spots or real low visibility. Honestly, the worst part about this 5th gen design is the A-post right here, especially when you're going around these traffic circles, because you'll get about like right here and then just kind of lose your visibility going around the circle. Let's see, what else is there about this car? I don't really know what else to say about it because I've already had a 5th gen Z01, so this is kind of a little bit of a, I don't want to say setback, but it's a different car. It sounds pretty similar though. It just doesn't have that supercharger whine when you really get on it. Extra oomph. Head there. I should get a menu here and change it to metric because we're in Germany here. You do 2-3 kilometers over the speed limit, hit a camera, and you're gonna get busted. Not that I pay any of them, but it's still annoying. It's got a little over 78,000 miles on it. I'm now the 3rd owner. It's been pretty well taken care of. It's got a clear bra on the front. There's no like real dings or too big a scuffs anywhere on the interior. Outside's pretty good for the most part as well. The guy originally had this thing listed for $17,000. I looked at it, I was like, man, I'd really love to try like just a regular SS sometimes, see what it's like. Especially because it's pretty much like almost the same package as the Z01 I had, minus the upgraded mag-ride suspension and chassis and the supercharger, obviously, but kind of the same basic design and heads-up display and everything. But it's a nice ride. I mean, ZL1 obviously, like, they don't really compare too much. ZL1's way ahead of its class. I personally don't like the new ZL1s, the 6th gens. I mean, they outperform the 5th gen ZL1, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna dispute that. But I think the looks of them, they just look like a edgy, high performance car. They don't really look to me like an aggressive muscle car. Like this has got the RS package, it's got like the halos and the big circle lights and everything. I just think it looks really menacing, you know, coming up behind you, just looking back at it, stuff, especially with the halos glowing on it. Climate control working this thing pretty well. It has blasted acoustics. I mean, I already know what that's like from the ZL1 I had. It's pretty decent. I don't know. I've had JBL, and I don't even know how to say it, Bang & Olufsen or whatever. And it's right up there with them. Get on the Autobahn here, get on it some. Might not be dying. .75 in 4th gear. Do a little bit of definitely a lot more pull up top. Oh. Brakes are not. They're good, but they take a good bit of pressure. I'll tell you that. Mustang definitely took less pressure to push it. Probably shouldn't have gone that fast without getting used to the brakes first. That's alright. I'm gonna get off the phone now and take a video a little bit later, kind of once I get used to it. I really gotta make a decision whether I want to cheap out, pay $200 a month, or pay $500 a month on a Shelby 350. I mean, to most it's a no-brainer, but you know, I gotta think about finances and getting out of the Army soon. So we'll see. So as we're moseying up through the pass here, I want to touch on a few things I didn't mention earlier. Comparing this to the 2015 Mustang GT. My goodness, that Mustang GT's like suspension and steering is just absolutely atrocious compared to this thing. This thing is so much tighter. That GT, man, you get in the grooves in the road and the bumps and stuff, and it just goes all over the place. You have to really keep a hold of that steering wheel. This thing, nice and solid. This thing's like a tank. I mean, it's heavy, but man, it's a tight ride. I can take my hands off the steering wheel and not have any worry in the world. Like it doesn't, you know, follow the bumps and do what it wants, you know. It's a very, very, very tight ride. It's very firm around the corners, going around the Autobahn at 100 plus mile an hour. And doing about 130, it takes the bumps pretty decently. I think it definitely takes it a lot better than the Mustang did. It definitely stays more glued to the road. I mean, not near as good. Obviously, it's a Magna ride than the ZL1, you know. But compared to the Mustang GT, the 2015, this thing is by far better. If you think the GT is better than this thing, you haven't driven both. I really don't think that's an opinion. I think it's pure fact that this is a much better handling ride than that thing. I mean, I really didn't enjoy driving the GT, and I already enjoy this car a hell of a lot better, and it's 4 years older. I mean, I'm also kind of a noise kind of guy too. I like the headers and the exhaust, so. But it handles so much better. I'm not missing Mustang at all. Although I will say, it reminds me, the Mustang, pretty much all the cars I've had in recent past have all had a backup camera, and I just backed this thing up, and it does have the rear sensors, the beepers or whatever. But when you're spoiled by a backup camera, I mean, all the time, like I just said, you get spoiled by it. You know, like it's different when you don't have it at all. Like you're looking for it, and you kind of forget how to back up a car normally without one, I guess. I don't know. Another thing is too, it's got plenty of power. I mean, it's not completely stock. It's not overly modded, but it's pretty peppy. I'm sure they put in a decent tune into the headers and exhaust. So, and it's pretty powerful for an SS for what it is. I mean, it's heavy, but it pulls pretty good. But it pulls, you know, second, third, pretty decent, and then like the third to fourth, like you're doing about, I don't know, I think it was like 100 and something, 110 maybe in like third, and then when you go to drop it in fourth, I mean, you really take a power loss there. And the supercharger in the ZL1 just really made up for it then. And this thing, it honestly kind of feels pretty, I don't want to say it bogs down, but there's a lot of power loss when you go from third to fourth. I mean, it just doesn't pull as like near as hard, even staying in it, until you stay in fourth for quite a bit, and you get it up into 4,000 or 5,000 RPM. As much as I hate, I don't know if I hate to say it, but I'm not biased, but I really love Camaros a lot, and I really want to get another ZL1 5th gen again someday, and I wanted to just try this out just to see what it was like. But I have to say, I'm gonna go test drive the 350 one more time to make sure, but I think I'm gonna choose the 350. Hurts me to say it's kind of part of the Mustang family, but it's a whole different breed, let's be honest. Alright, that's all for now.